Alright, it is Sovereign here with part 6. It hasn't been long, about 10 minutes? 20 minutes. This is the end of the episode, and I was talking about Black Clover. I also need to quickly address how I'm going to deal with Blytan. So I would suggest going left to right. You go all the way to the left, and then go all the way to the right. Pretty simple stuff. I would also recommend getting your item discovery rate as high as possible for this part, which granted is very risky considering that you can die a lot in Blytan, but I need high discovery for this part because you have this. There is an early farm down here, quite possibly one of the only farms for this particular item. But yeah, there is an early farm for large Titanite shards, which is of course the next level up from regular Titanite shards. I just did that to kind of speed up my running, because this sludge is awful. I really should have. You know what? I'll go grab it. And before I deal with Quelaag, I'll go grab a certain item and show it off, because it is very useful in this area. Attach it to gear. In fact, you know, I'll go grab it now. It'll just make this area easier for me. So screw it, I'll go grab it off now. And then I'll do left or right. I can talk about Black Clover while I'm doing this. So the reason I love it is because of basically every aspect of it. Yami is an amazing mentor. He doesn't exactly he pushes you to improve yourself. He doesn't give you ideas. He wants you to improve yourself. He wants to help you realize your own worth and realize your own strengths, and to improve and develop things that suit you, not the group, not everyone else. Develop ideas, develop attacks, develop skills, develop magic that helps you to push past your own limits. And he is absolutely one of, if not my favorite anime teacher. Koro Sensei is pretty high. He got to know his students really well. He understood them, he grew with them, and he got close to them. So he's definitely up there, but I think Yami beats him. I think he's my favourite anime teacher. I do wish he was a bit more hands-on with how to help, but I think it's just the right amount, because for things that they absolutely can't learn, he will teach them. Take when he taught Asta Ki. He didn't exactly tell him exactly what to do. He gave him hints and let him work it out on his own. He let him grow it himself so that he could develop how to use it. Because if he needed Yami to tell him how to do it, he would rely on Yami telling him what to do, telling him how to feel Ki. Whereas now he can do it on his own, and it greatly improved everything. His fighting, his combat, his dodging, his senses, it's all improved dramatically due to his, Ki. And apart from that, the squads. The squads are amazing. I really want to see more of them, because so far we haven't got a deep look into a lot of them. The Purple Orcas we've had a bit of a look at, but mostly only the Vice Captain and the Captain, which is Dorothy. The Golden Dawn we've had a big old look at, because that's Yuno's squad, and of course the story's been following Yuno as well as Asta. So the Golden Dawn we've got a good look at, and we've gotten a deep insight to how do they operate, the thoughts, and how they've grown as a squad since Yuno joined, being more accepting of commoners, being more accepting of him specifically. Near the end of the series, they have well, not near the end, but near the kind of third quarter, they have an episode where it's just the Golden Dawn going out and being friendly and getting closer to Yuno, and I love it because since the start of the series he's portrayed as the outcast in the squad. he's portrayed as being hated by the others because he's a commoner. And then seeing their development, seeing them treat him so kindly, so warmly at that point in the series, seeing them grow so much together. I think it's a beautiful episode. It's one of my favourites. It's not my top favourite, because my top favourite is the last 2 episodes. I can't really pick between them. Probably the last one, because we get to see all of Oster's development and how he deals with Liebe, which... Liebe is my favourite demon, okay? Liebe is awesome. I know we haven't got a lot of him, but I love him already, okay? He's adorable. He's like a demonic Oster, who's just a bit more serious, which I personally don't mind. We have a serious Oster and a joking one. Granted, he's not Rias, but I don't really care much for Rias anyway. Like, short, hot, but that's about it. Back on topic, why I love Black Clover. Simply because it's a shonen. It's the best example. It takes tropes from multiple shows, and it just does the best it can with them, and I think it does them perfectly. The tropes it has, it does them amazingly. It doesn't have a lot of fan service. It has a bit. It has a healthy amount, I'd say. But it doesn't draw away from how amazing the show is. Even take Vanessa, someone who is basically walking fan service. During the Witch's Forest arc, she peaks so much. She becomes such an amazing character, such a well-developed character. And you understand why she does the things she does. You're still alive? Why are you still alive? What? What? I'm very confused. Why is she alive? She shouldn't be alive. Hold. I need an explanation right now. Do I need to... I might need to ring the second bell, actually. I might need to ring the second bell before she dies. Sorry, that really confused me. I got so distracted. It's like I wanted her dead or something, Jesus. I completely forgot what I was on about. Yeah, no, okay, I think... yeah, there you are. Okay, good. He's back. So I think I need to ring the second bell first. Anyway, what am I doing? Ring. Yes, ring. Okay. I also need to go grab that key. So let me show you where this is. Oh yeah, these will come back. These guys.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally... I will submit...
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us. Did I not explain?
I apologize for what I'm going to have to do to you two.
Hmm? What? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is don't you dare meet my lady. You might scare her off for good.
Never mind. I do not mind what I'm going to have to do to you. I'm going to enjoy it, in fact. What am I doing? Here we go. Yeah, so the entire way I came up is a big old shortcut, which is kind of what this first game is known for. It's massive shortcuts. It's amazing shortcuts in an interconnected world. And I'm about to show you another thing that a lot of people might not know about. Grab you, Undead Asylum key. I can't believe I didn't grab this thing before. I shouldn't have done that. Let me grab you. There's something you can grab at the start of the game. Same with that. Although I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of useless. You're too weak at the start of the game. You can drop down here. And can get these chests. Another thing you can also grab at the start of the game. Which you may as well grab everything you can at the start. Back onto Black Clover. Like, the hype moments Like, take Oster and the squad against what was the name? Veto of Despair. Veto the Despair. When Oster lands his final hit and he like sends him back to the manga, it's amazing. Like, it is actually gorgeous. And when they're all fighting, that's when development for Finral and Vanessa really starts coming in. Because up until that point, they don't really get much development, they don't really get much screen time. Well, Finral does, because he is the pack mule for the Black Bulls. But Vanessa really didn't, besides from like her role as fan service. But after that, they really start getting more light. Because they really come into their own in that fight. They show off their skills and what they can do in a fight. They're not going to... You can tell they're not going to be up in the front lines beating down the strong enemies. They're not going to be beating bosses. But they are wonderful, amazing support. Their magic in particular works so well together as support and just individually. And it shows their conviction. Finding ways to fight using their own magic, which it's not magic built for combat. It's not. One of them's portal magic used for transportation. It's not combat magic. It's not something people would use for fighting, and yet they find a way to use it in a fight, not for themselves, but to help someone, to help the squad member. They find ways to make it useful for him. Because he doesn't have magic of his own. His only strength is his strength. The strength to wield a massive sword. Sure, anti-magic is an amazing weapon, it's an amazing skill, but he needs strength to wield the blade. He needs skill to swing it, and know how to swing it. And that's where his prowess comes in. Without him, the blades would be next to useless. Take the Wizard King, he tries to lift up just the Demon Dweller sword, not even the Demon Slayer sword. For those who don't know, the Demon Dweller sword is the smaller one, the second sword he gets. The Demon Destroyer is his third sword he gets, and the Demon Slasher is the katana he gets. The very first sword is the Demon Slayer, and it is the big heavy one, the big chunky one. I'm mostly just crossing off things I need to do in Firelink right now. Before I have to go back to the... Well, I'll let that be a little bit of surprise. Say hello to the bird that carried us away. You'll find out what that is later. That's snoring. Yeah, so the magic, whilst some of the time not being very unique, such as, well, everyone has elemental magic. I say everyone, I mean every series has some form of elemental magic.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I haven't. Oh yeah, I think I'll be... Oh really? But
oh no, you're supposed to say no to that. If you say...
I'll be pleased to assist you.
Then you're supposed to say no to him when he first asks. So as you can see, you get Pyromancy Flame, and you can upgrade it to make it better, or you can purchase spells, which are useless for me. So yeah, whilst the magic isn't always unique, the way they use it, I'd say, definitely is. Snow magic, I haven't seen much of it, but the way they use it is amazing. It's meant to calm, and that's what he uses it for, to hypnotize, to enrapture, enlure. A word I'm trying to think of, and I can't quite put my nose on it or put my finger on it. Basically, entrance. It entrances people. And then, of course, he uses it to build snowmen to fight for him. And it's amazing. Even the way normal elemental magic is used, like water and fire. Using fire magic to basically pummel someone. One of the characters, Mary Leona, she doesn't use any fancy attacks. She literally just punches with fire fists. And it's amazing. She makes it look so more skillful than it is, because it is skillful. She's doing straight up hand-to-hand combat and beating people that can use complex magic. Like this one dude could heal and he could use copy magic, and she was just beating him up. She kept saying next every time he used a different magic, and she beat it, she burned through it, she was like next, bring it on. She was loving it. It was insane. Plus copy magic, of course, being able to copy other people's spells. And it's not an overpowered version either. He basically does it at the same skill level of whoever can use it. Well, actually, no, not whoever can use it. It's a bit duller than the original, but it is still powerful. And when he is reincarnated, he can use 2 attributes at once instead of just 1. And the power-ups. Oh my god, the power-ups. Spirit Dive is one of my favourite transformations in all of anime. Don't walk over there, by the way. Don't walk over that. That's for later. We're not quite strong enough for that yet. You'll see why later. Also, don't get hit by these guys. They may be normal hollows, but they do damage. They do a lot of damage. Now that you've come back. I don't know why I rested there. I could have just used my freaking homeward bone afterwards. Either way, what am I doing exactly? I'm trying to think. I've lost my train of thought. So magic, the way they use it is unique. Mary Leona, copy magic, transformations. Yes, transformations. Oh yeah, I can parry these guys. I forgot I was a god with parries earlier. I may as well just... Oh dear lord, no. No, 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 no. No. Whew, okay. So the transformations are absolutely brilliant. Oster's demon form is Black Oster form, which is its official name, Black Oster. Which, it's its official name, I'm not going to question it. It is amazing. The slow, just increase of the darkness around in the anti-magic taking over his body as he uses more of its power. And then him getting a new arm. Oh my god, it was amazing. It looks gorgeous. I really hope the design keeps, because it really suits him. It looks amazing. God damn it. Ah, Oliver, please. Don't do this. I don't want to kill you. Oh dear lord, oh dear lord, oh dear lord. Oh, he kicked me. I can't parry a kick. I don't even know if I can parry him. What? I don't mean that. I reckon you can parry him, I just don't know if I have the skill. So Oscar, not Oliver, Oscar will come back as a hollow when you return to the asylum. And be careful, because if you go the wrong way, you could be facing him with a Black Knight as well, if you go the way I just came from. I don't know what is up with my parries, but I apparently got really good at it, just out of nowhere. Whew. So the transformations are amazing. Granted, the elves didn't really have a transformation, they just kind of started glowing and got pointy ears, which is understandable. Oh, and the face paintings. But the people that did get transformations, my god, the transformations have been amazing. I don't really want to call them transformations, but Veto's changed from the big old muscular dude into the smaller, slimmer, more agile looking version. I'd say was a bit of a transformation. And I think the new design fits him better than the whole big bulky one. Makes him look a lot more friendly, which is good since they are allies later on. I'm not going to bother saying spoilers because I've talked about a lot of it at this point. You should know there's spoilers for the entire anime series. And my god, I can't wait. I can't wait to catch up in the manga. Because until the freaking thing comes back, the anime, I'm basically stuck. And there is absolutely no way I'm waiting for it to catch up or to come back. I need it right now. Would I call Black Clover an addiction? Yes, I would. And I need more items. I want the Demon Slayer sword and I want the Demon Dweller sword, but I can't find them anywhere. At least not metal versions. Wood is okay, but I prefer metal. It speaks more to, I guess, authenticity towards the anime. Like, personally, I have Ichigo's second version of his Shikai. So the one he gets in the Fullbring arc. I have his first version Bonkai. I want his second version Bonkai and his first version Shikai. As well as his true form Shikai and true form Bonkai. I have... what's his name? Rengoku's Demon Slayer sword. I'm not really into Demon Slayer all that much. It's a good story and I'm disappointed that it's already over the manga, because I know with the kind of world it was building it could have been a very long running series. But I think the author had some problems, so she needed to end it quickly, which is understandable. Put your personal matters first. Like, don't threaten your own health. What else do I have? I have Shusui and Wadoichi Munji, but they're wooden versions, so I want metal versions of those. And I think that's it. That's all the anime things, or at least anime weapons I have. I do want more because I want like a collection. Because it's memorabilia, I suppose. Well, not really memorabilia, but collectibles. Not really collectibles either, since they sell loads. It's memories, I'd say. Memories of the show. Memories of the characters. Like, going through Dressrosa, it made me realise how much I love One Piece again. And why it's my number one. Especially the characters. God, did I love the characters. I adore One Piece so much. I adore Black Clover so much because above all else, above transformations, above the villains, above the theme, above the setting, it's the characters that make a show. And the characters for Black Clover, the characters for One Piece, they're amazing. They're brilliant. I love them so much. So much that I can't quite put it into words, to be honest. And that's why I love them so much, because the characters are so lovable, because they're so relatable. Because they make you feel for them. They make you care for them. Like, when Asta is like on the ground and he's watching Yami fight and he wants to go help and he's like gritting his teeth and he's clutching his fist and pressing against the ground and he can't bring himself to stand up. He physically can't do it. But then when Yami calls out to him, he uses his name. He says Asta. He doesn't say jerk, he doesn't say idiot, he doesn't say anything rude. He calls him by his name and he calls out to him. He says he needs his help, that he can't do it without him. And the look on Asta's face as it sweeps over him, it's amazing. To be honest, I can't quite express it. I feel so happy for him in that moment, seeing it again. I just watched Rough Senpai, that's his YouTube name and Patreon name, finish Black Clover. And seeing someone else's reaction to it is amazing. He made a comment that it doesn't get the recognition it deserves, and I agree wholeheartedly. I love the series so much, and it doesn't get nearly the recognition it deserves. It is overlooked quite a lot as just like a clone of Naruto or a clone of Fairy Tail, and it's not. It's something itself. Like, Naruto is the first anime I watched, and for that I will always love it. I will always have a place for it. It will always be special to me. But very soon after starting Naruto, I moved on to Naruto Shippuden, and then I moved on to the other two of the big three, Bleach and One Piece. And One Piece, it just destroyed Naruto. It became my favourite near instantly. I adored it from the moment I started. Bleach I prefer over it, even though it is, I'd say it's harder to rewatch Bleach than it is to rewatch the other two. Not because of the fact that I like the other two more, but because of the first few episodes of Bleach, I'd say. They are slow. Especially after Ichigo gets his Soul Reaper powers. It is a slow, very slow couple of episodes. And I still prefer it over Naruto, even though I do love Naruto. I still prefer Bleach over Naruto, and I prefer One Piece over both of them, combined, to be honest. Bleach and One Piece, well, Bleach and Naruto aren't in my top 10, well, top 5. Or top 10 actually. One Piece is there, Black Clover is there, Dr. Stone is number 3, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Fullmetal Alchemist also make on my top 5. And all of them. Anime just in general, it brings about so many stories. And I absolutely adore it. It makes me kind of sad as well because I don't know if anyone else goes through this, but I go through like not bouts, but I'd say phases, where for months at a time I won't watch anime at all. Well, I won't watch any new anime at all, and I'll just rewatch other anime I know. Sometimes I won't even do that, I'll just not watch anime at all. And I know I'm missing out on a lot. I know I miss out on a lot of seasonal anime, which granted some of them can't be helped, some of them are only in sub, so I can't watch them. But I also miss out on great dubbed anime. Like for instance, the Slime Isekai. I need to finish season 2 of it. Because I got about halfway through and then I just stopped watching. And it's a great anime, I need to finish it. Because it is creative, it is funny. The main character is awesome, even though sometimes I hate him. I do hate Rimuru sometimes because he can get rid of so many problems, but he chooses to wait for a lot of the time. Granted, he's a lot more political than I am, so he knows the best things to do politically. But sometimes I just want to see him go off, you know? I want to see him unleash his full power, which he hasn't done in ages. And something he couldn't do in the start of Season 4, well, start on Season 2 actually, sorry, because of the fact that he was in a space where he was restricted. He couldn't use most of his power. So we weren't able to see him go all out, he had to come up with something new. Well, not something new, but he had a trump card that he used. Which granted, I didn't mind seeing the trump card, but I want to see him at full power going all out. And it's something I don't know if he will do. I also want to see him rage, which is also something I don't think we'll see him do because we got so close. You get so close in Season 2 with Shion dying, and he gets so mad, so enraged, and then he calms down. Granted, he does go and kill 10,000 people, but he still calms down. I wanted him to go on a killing spree, but he didn't. He calmed down, he thought logically about it, and he just didn't go off like I had wanted him to. And it was disappointing. Those are some of my favourite moments when characters get so mad and they just go off. Especially the nicer characters like Luffy, who is a nice person. He is a kind person. But when he goes off, he goes off. Like, think of what he did to the Celestial Dragon. think of what he does to Doflamingo. He destroys Doflamingo. He is overpowering him in all sense of the word once he gets into Gear 4. Like, Doflamingo doesn't stand a chance at all. And Luffy destroys him. The same thing when he is on Amazon Lily and they send the Panther at him. He turns around and one-shots it into the stance. And it's an amazing scene. The same goes for one of Oster's lines early into the series, really early. His fight against Mars in the dungeon. Mars is saying something along the lines of, I am a diamond, you're just pebble, you're just a pebble. And Oster's like, I may be a pebble, but I'm going to be the pebble that shatters the diamond. And he does the swing. And oh my god, it's beautiful. Even in the manga, it's gorgeous. Alright, so I think I've rambled on a lot about anime there. With that said, goodbye. Like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. I'm going to be talking about some anime some more and some gaming next time as well. I'll mix that in there and the gameplay. With that said, I'll see you all later in part 7.